From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
This is going to be an evening commute of feast and famine across the area. You got a lot of heavy snow in parts of the region, especially off to our west. Other spots that the sun is actually shining, which, you know what, I'll just make a mention of this, and we're going to talk more about this after dark tonight. The aurora potential tonight is off the charts. We are currently at G4 levels, and right now the data has me wondering if this could be one of those extreme G5 event kind of a night. Now, you look off to our west, you're not going to be able to see much of anything here, especially closer to Lake Erie. That's where most of our lake effect snow showers have been confined. But you get a quick glimpse like that, you know, there may be some windows of opportunity for a view. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to dress really, really, really warm to be out there and not have those fingers freezing up, but you may have an opportunity. Snow squalls continue. Now, again, the majority of what we're looking at here is coming off of Lake Erie. So the farther distance you put between Lake Erie and where you are, generally speaking, the snow is going to be less intense. This has again coated some of the roadways here. Live views along the thruway, which are slow, but certainly manageable. The ends of these fingers of lake effect making their way to the west side of Rochester. We've got another little guy near Henrietta as we cross over the thruway too. And then farther to the east, they continue to diminish a bit. More heavy snow. You know, Lake Ontario still churned up here too, but with this overall flow, we're not getting any of that. That's going to be more downwind to our east and northeast. Current temperature is 20 degrees at the airport, but it's also breezy, which means it feels like 4. It's at least a positive 4. Right now it's 2, but there's a minus sign in front of that in Buffalo. That's one of your colder wind chills at this hour. Future view for the remainder of the evening and through the night. The wind flow will start to shift a bit more, turning due westerly. So I think that's going to start to confine most of the issues with heavy snow well south of Buffalo. And you may have a few breaks in the overcast. You got to look beyond the Lake Ontario snow, but it's not impossible that we get a few breaks there. Just a bitterly cold day tomorrow. Highs are not getting out of the teens. We're going to warm up slightly into Wednesday, getting into the upper 20s with some light snow showers, but that's really all we're talking about here in terms of warmer weather. And this is only the beginning. I think this is the teaser to the main event coming toward the end of the week into the weekend. Another reinforcing shot of just bitterly cold Arctic air is going to end up settling across the Great Lakes. Look, I think this is going to be some of the coldest air we've had in a while, in years around here. Wind chills tomorrow morning per the Euro in Rochester are in the ballpark of about 10 below zero. But look at where this goes by late Friday into early Saturday. We could be pushing close to 20 below zero. If you do that, you're going to end up with some cold weather headlines out of this. All the while, I don't think in Rochester this is going to be our setup for a ton of snow. That's going to be confined more to the traditional snow belts here, but snow belts aside, those are some really skinny numbers, especially going into the weekend.
And like you said, there's longevity to this. I mean, look at next week.
Yeah.
We don't want to look too far ahead here, but this is something we should be prepared to deal with.
Yeah, and I think ice cover on the lakes, too, is going to be another conversation point. I think they're going to be icing up rapidly, especially Lake Erie.